Today we are looking at the Brock string. Now, you might be thinking, there's no engineering that goes into a Brock string. It's just 3 different colored beads and a string. And you'd be right. Except I think you'd also be surprised about how many iterations Dennis has put together to make the ultimate Emergent Brock string. And to talk about that, we're going to bring in Dennis Winters, our engineer. Let's do it. Well, hey, Dennis.
Hey, Tyler.
Thanks for joining us.
Of course.
So, you're going to have to help us understand what engineering goes into a Brock string, because I've got one here.
Okay.
And this looks pretty simple. So, take it away.
3 beads and string, right?
That's right.
That's
I don't
right.
know what's special about this.
Well, I got a lot of feedback from people. The activities require them to pull it tight.
Right.
Okay.
Keep it tight. Yep.
When you keep it tight, that actually makes the string go skinnier. Okay.
Oh.
And people don't like beads to move.
Hey. Yep.
And you're trying to focus on it, and you got beads moving, right?
Right.
So because you're pulling on it, that diameter goes smaller.
Right.
I had to find a better string.
Okay.
And so I searched all around, and I found a special string. It's the same string that they use on parachutes when you jump out of an airplane.
Yes.
Okay, and that's a special type of cord. It's multi-strand inside of it, so when it actually has some nice compression, but when you pull on it, it doesn't get skinnier.
Got it.
So that's the string to use. It's quite a bit more expensive, but we want a quality product, and we don't want your beads to move.
Great. So now that you've got a string that doesn't collapse on itself when you pull on it,
Of course.
now you can probably manufacture the ID of a bead so that it fits nice and snug on there so it won't slide around.
And so we make all of our beads in-house.
Really?
So yeah.
Actually, I know that. I work here, but whoa, no way.
So we're able to control the ID really well. And not only that, wood is actually quite heavy, okay?
Right.
And if you're 10 feet out and you want this not to sag and keep it really straight, you want to keep those beads as light as possible.
Right.
So I went as thin as possible. I went 0.4 millimeters for the wall diameter, and I'm able to control the ID size very, very well. And so we manufacture 100% of everything in-house, and now you have beads that won't move, even if you are on a trampoline or jumping, and they hold really well, yet they slide very easily.
That's amazing that we make all of this stuff in-house, super light. That's really, really cool.
Yeah. So this is paracord 750.
Okay.
It's a very, very high quality military spec paracord. I was able to source glow-in-the-dark paracord because there's lots of activities that you can do in the dark.
So this string is not only paracord, rated at 750 pounds, doesn't collapse on itself, but it glows in the dark.
You got that right, Tyler?
Of course it does. Yeah, that sounds right.
So the ends were a big concern because you have to be able to stick on the targets that you want to and be able to take them off, right? So in order to finish the ends, some of you might be familiar with this if you're a Converse shoe fan or whatever else. The ends of your shoelaces, there's a special type of cord end. It's called an aglet.
An aglet.
And there's a special type of crimping tool that you put on it, and aglets are super useful. This is actually a Brock disc magnet. It's magnetic, okay? So if you wanted to do your activities, let's say that's a refrigerator right there, I selected a magnet that had about a 12-pound pull. I didn't want it more or less. That's the feedback I got. So when people are doing the activity, if they're having vestibular issues or whatever else, that will help train them to have the right tension right there. So with that aglet, you can actually just press it on to the Brock disc, the magnetic Brock disc, and just clicks on right there.
Wow.
Then you can have 10 feet out, nice and straight. You can have your beads on, they're not moving. People also requested discs in different targets right there.
Gotcha.
These are high luster discs, and there's different sizes, and they just clip on, and again, these don't move either. But you can use your dry erase markers, the red. They cancel really well, so you can do little targets on them.
Oh, great.
And slide them around, so that works really well too.
Awesome. Well, let's take a look at some beads.
Sure.
Yeah.
So We did the traditional colors, 3 different colors. Again, these are in-house 3D printed beads. The targets on them, you'll see it's very unique. Why did I pick a U, a L, and a D? But I went through the alphabet and I talked with different clinics, and they wanted something that was very distinguishable far away, but also you have the hole going through the center, so they have to be able to focus, at that center point right there. So those were the 3 letters in the alphabet that seemed to work.
That's amazing. And I'm just putting these on the string right now. And I'll tell you what, those aren't going to slide around, are they?
No, not at all. Not at all. And in back, also, I did a 3D printed glow, also to help with those activities.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So this right here is the world's most advanced Brock string, yeah? That's pretty awesome. So just like all Emergent services and products, it's very functional and yet elegant. I think that really speaks to all the thoughtfulness that went into the design. So thank you so much, Dennis, for designing such a cool product.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right, until next time, we'll see you later.